Hi, welcome to the Speak Boutique. I'm Tali Kellerstein, a pediatric speech-language pathologist helping kids make great sounds. Today I'm going to talk about the H sound, the H sound. This is a really important foundational sound, particularly for a lot of the children who I work with whose speech is in the more moderate to severe range. I find it an important sound to build the foundation for F and S that we're going to work on later on, as it helps kids get the airflow going and learn how to move their air at the same time as they're moving their mouths. So the very first tip I have is the one that's built into our bodies, our hands. Teddy is going to stand in as my client today, and what I have the clients do first and foremost is to feel the air that I make when I'm making the sound. So we'll go, if you want to do it in a word, we could say hop. Now to make it more concrete, we do what I call pretzel hands. So what I do is take the child's hand and put it close to his mouth, and take the second hand and put that close to my mouth, and we try to make the at the same time. Hat. This was an idea that I got from a colleague who I worked with at Speech and Stuttering, a very talented speech pathologist named Deb Goschalak. Thank you, Deb. Tip number 2. Feathers. I love these because they make the air really concrete for kids. I like to use the feathers at the base because they are more mobile than the ones at the end, and we watch the fibers move. Hat or hop, and then you have the child try to imitate that movement. For some children, it's really difficult to get from the to the vowel, and so it's okay, we first start with just the sound on its own and keep practicing until we're able to transition to that vowel. Tip number 3, everybody has this in the office. If you're out of feathers because you used them for your last craft, use a Kleenex, and if you just rip off a little piece, a strip, it's usually easy to see. Hat, hop, and that gives the child a really nice visual of what they're trying to achieve. Tip number 4 are pinwheels. The only caution is you have to blow a little bit harder to make it work, but for some kids that's a good thing. It helps them exaggerate that airflow and get the idea in. I'll try it here and hopefully it'll work for me. Hop. Whew, it moved, yay. Tip number 5, grab a mirror and breathe out over the mirror to make some mist. And you can then draw pictures into the mist like a heart. See what I did there? Tip number 6 is this book, Hannah Sighs. It's written by speech-language pathologists Lavinia Pereira and Michelle Solomon, and it runs with the idea of making mist on a mirror to make our sound. In it, a little girl, Hannah, breathes onto glass and makes various words that start with her, like hat and hill and hood, and it's great because every time she does the word at the sound level first, and then she adds it onto her word. Those are my 6 tips for making sound. That's my sound bite. Please comment, invite your friends, subscribe. Hope to see you next time.